Kalimera, good morning. Today I'll be doing rice pilafi, Greek rice pilaf. I'll be doing it in the Instant Pot, which makes life a little easier. For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of rice, a quarter cup of orzo. If you don't have orzo, you can use vermicelli. If you don't have vermicelli, you could break up thin spaghetti or angel hair pasta, or you could just completely leave the pasta out and use just another quarter cup of rice. The pasta makes it look nicer though. You will need 2.5 cups of beef or chicken broth. I'll be serving this with a beef dish, so I'm using beef. You'll need half a cup of olive oil, 1 medium onion, which is about 1.5 cups, 4 cloves of garlic, microplaned, grated or minced or pressed, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 bay leaves, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of better than bouillon. I'm using beef flavor for the beef stock. And because I'm serving this with a dish that already has lemon with it, I'm using the juice of 2 lemons, which is half a cup. If you don't want the lemon, just add another half a cup of beef or chicken stock. My lemons came up a tiny bit short, so I just added a couple tablespoons of water to them. You can also just use the zest of a lemon. It gives it the hint of citrus, but it's less sour. It really won't be that sour though. You'll taste the lemon, but it's not overwhelming. This is basically Greek rice-a-roni, and that being said, if you remove the bay leaf and the lemon juice, you can add 1/8 of a teaspoon of mustard, turmeric, paprika, celery salt, and coriander, and make your own rice-a-roni. So I'll start off by setting the Instant Pot to saute. I'll let the oil get hot, and I'll start to brown my rice, orzo, and onion. I'll be back. It's been about 4 minutes. My olive oil is nice and warm, or hot actually. I'm starting to be able to smell it. I'm not sure if you can see these little ribbons forming in the oil. They look like little heat waves, is a good way to describe them. Once your oil starts to do that, you know it's hot. It's very liquidy. Olive oil has a thicker viscosity than some oils, and if I keep letting it go much longer, it'll start to smoke, and we don't want that. So I'm going to add my rice and orzo, and I'll start to brown it. Another benefit of using pasta in this dish is that you've cooked it long enough, because the pasta will turn brown. The rice should turn golden, and you need every grain of rice to be well coated with the oil. I've tried repeatedly to use less oil, and the rice comes out clumpy, and in Greek they call it lapa. It just sticks together, sticks to the pan, and it's not good. Olive oil is a healthier oil, and it looks like a lot now, but once the onions are added, it'll be just the right amount. So I'll let the Instant Pot reheat. This can be done in a pan. It'll be quicker in a pan. I'm just showing that it can be done in the Instant Pot. Unfortunately, the setting on the Instant Pot isn't the hottest, and it tends to take a bit longer. So I'm gonna let this warm up again. I can see that the rice is just starting to sizzle, and I'm gonna combine my liquids and the better than bouillon, put them in the microwave for a couple minutes, and then stir it because I want my liquid to be hot when I do add it to the Instant Pot. That'll speed up the process, and it's better for the rice. So I'll let this go for a few, get that going in the microwave, and I'll start to saute, and I'll be back in a few minutes. It's been 5 minutes. The pasta is starting to brown, so now I'll add the onion and continue to go for another 3 to 5 minutes. You want to keep it stirring pretty continuous now that it's hot, otherwise the rice can scorch. So it's been another 10 minutes. The rice and pasta are nicely browned. The onion is translucent. I'm going to add the garlic and stir that for about 30 seconds. I could have done this much quicker, less than half the time probably, in a pan. This took 15 minutes total to get to this color. It's actually a little darker than I intended because I had trouble getting the camera going again. But that is the benefit for using the Instant Pot. Even though it takes longer, it's a gentler cook. I went to the microwave twice. I went and had a cup of coffee. You know, I struggled with the video camera and nothing burned. If I was doing this on the pan and I walked away, especially when it was at this point, it burned in like 5 seconds. So the garlic is nice and fragrant. The pasta and rice are nicely browned. You want it this darker brown color, the same color as the broth. Beef, well, in this instance I'm using beef broth, but even with chicken broth you're going to want it that color. I'm going to add the salt and pepper, give that a little stir, kind of heat up the pepper a little bit, and then I'm going to add my hot liquids. Clean the edges, give it a quick stir. I'm going to throw the bay leaves on top. And I'll cancel the Instant Pot from saute, switch it to rice. And it's already boiling, so this process should go quick. I'll put on the lid and I'll see you in about a half hour. See, I could already set the pressure just by lifting up and giving it a quick push. No, I shouldn't have messed with it. Here, one more moment. There, it's already pressurized. So I'll see you in about a half hour. It's been a little bit over a half hour. The pressure released. Now I'm going to fluff my rice and check for doneness. If the rice for some reason is a little dry, this doesn't look dry, but if it is, you can add a couple tablespoons of water and set the Instant Pot to warm. If it's too wet, you'll just let the steam out and also put it on warm. This looks just about right to me though. As long as you get your ratios to correct. It's almost foolproof. You just take the same amount of liquid to the amount of rice you're putting in, and then add a 1/4 cup more. Yeah, that's perfect. It's quite lemony. It comes out, but like I said, I'm serving this with a lemony dish. It's not overwhelming, and I like a lot of lemon. And I like a lot of garlic. I like a lot of onion. All those ingredients are healthy for you. So I'm just going to put the lid back on for 5 or 10 more minutes as I prepare the rest of my meal. Let it steam a tiny bit more. Not necessary, but it'll just make it more fluffy. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try this recipe, and thank you for watching.